Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income, and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses, and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. So, if you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome our guest expert today, Wayne Mullins. Wayne is the founder and CEO of Ugly Mug Marketing, a results-focused agency that champions substance over flash. As a marketing strategist and serial entrepreneur, Wayne has worked with clients in over 100 industries and influenced more than 1 million business owners through his coaching, content, and campaigns. Known for challenging conventional thinking, Wayne focuses on what actually moves the needle. His work is driven by a belief that people do business with people, and that marketing should always serve real human connection and measurable results. Wayne, welcome to Goalbusters.
Thank you so much, Robin. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited you're here too. I'm really interested to hear what you're going to tell us today. But whereabouts in the world are you, Wayne?
I'm in the grand, fabulous city of Alexandria, Louisiana.
Oh, sounds fantastic. And I love the very pinky background you've got going on there. It's very mentally and visually stimulating. I love it. Anyway, I'm waffling. Shall we do the questions?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes. Wayne, could you tell us, please, who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is someone who knows they have more potential. They know that they are capable of more, and yet they feel stuck for some reason. And they don't know why they're stuck, but they're stuck.
Okay, yeah. I understand that feeling very well. Brilliant, thank you. So obviously you've stated the problem that you solve, but perhaps you could go in a little bit more detail about the kinds of problems that you solve for these people.
Yeah, absolutely. What I would say, Robin, is, over the years, we have worked with thousands of different customers and clients. I've personally worked in over 100 different industries over the last 16 years. And what I know to be true, so my day job, quote unquote, is marketing. But what I know to be true is that marketing problems are usually symptomatic of other underlying issues. And the number one problem that I see so many entrepreneurs face, as cliche as this may sound, it's their mindset. I believe that their business, their organization is a reflection of their mindset.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. Totally agree. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. So then what is one valuable free action that our audience can implement that will help them to solve that problem?
So 2 parts to this. Number 1 is you have to understand that your business is a reflection of yourself. Your team is a reflection of you as a leader. So if you're showing up and trying to lead a team or trying to lead vendors or other people and things aren't going well, the very first place to start isn't with trying to fix them. It's to go look at the person who looks back at you in the mirror every single morning and start addressing that person first. Michael Gerber, author of E-Myth Revisited and several other books, he has a quote that says, if your thinking is sloppy, your business will be sloppy. If your thinking is chaotic, your business will be chaotic. And yet, as entrepreneurs, our default is to always try to fix other people and other things first. And that is why so many entrepreneurs end up stuck, because they're trying to fix everyone else and everything else, when in reality, the person they need to fix is looking back at them in the mirror.
Yeah, Absolutely, I completely agree. A couple of things. I've met Michael Gerber, very interesting man. Read his books, met him, nice guy, and brilliant insights. And the other thing is, I always say, I work for myself, and I'm my own boss. And I look in the mirror in the morning, and I think, you're working for a lunatic, but at least I'm my lunatic.
That is true.
But what you say is also very, very true. Excellent. Okay, so now that we have a better understanding of what you do, let's dive into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals. So, Wayne, could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
Absolutely. The number one thing I would say, Robin, is this: it's very unsexy and very unpopular, but I would be willing to bet almost any amount of money that if someone would actually commit to doing this one exercise, their business will be transformed, their personal productivity will be transformed, and those other people that they influence and lead. And that is this: that every quarter, every single entrepreneur needs to do a time audit. What that means is, for an entire week, every 15 minutes during your workday, you need to write down what you are doing during that 15-minute period. And then at the end of each day, you categorize those things. So this was accounting, this was marketing, this was finance, this was people, whatever those things are. So by the end of the week, you should have categories of where your time actually went. I hear this and see this time and time again. Entrepreneurs get to the end of a day, they've been busy all day long, running around, putting out fires, doing all these things. They get to the end of the day and you ask them, what did you get done today? What did you accomplish today? I don't know, but I was so busy. And what happens is we fall into this cycle of day after day being so busy and yet so unproductive because we never evaluate our time. You see, as an entrepreneur, as a leader, the most important asset that you have is your time. When you audit your time, if quarter after quarter, you are still doing the same things in your business that you've been doing, that is the reason you're stuck. You should be progressing to higher and higher value activities as the leader and as the CEO of yourself, your personal life, and your business.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you. I think one of the busiest things that an independent solopreneur like myself can be spending time on is like building their website and or designing their website. And at the end of the day, you can be exhausted, and then you think, how many sales did I make today? Sales? On sales? I don't remember doing any sales. I was busy building my website. Very productive, but not productive at all in the way that you really need. You need sales more than you need a decent website. All right. I completely agree with you. What I'm trying to say, totally agree. All right. So finally, what should I have asked you today, Wayne, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
Yeah, I think that the question maybe, what is the one thing that solopreneurs and entrepreneurs need to hear that they don't often hear? And I believe that is this: that so often we live in this world and in this society where there's so much information that gets pushed to us as entrepreneurs. There's a new guru born every other day, right? There's someone else telling us, oh, you need to do this funnel, or you need to do this type of DMing, or you need to do whatever the things are. There's always something new, something else that we should be doing. And what I believe to be true is that most entrepreneurs, they're not struggling because they're not doing enough. They're struggling because they're doing too many different things. And so I'm a huge believer in the theory of constraints. And what that means is there's something that's holding you back, something that's holding your business back. And until you identify and get crystal clear about what that constraint is, and then you work to remove that constraint, no matter how many new things you try, you will always stay stuck. So identify that constraint, work really hard to remove that constraint, stop adding more to your plate.
Wayne, that's fantastic. And look at that, right on time as well. You were looking at the clock, I can tell. We like that. We like that. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. What I also like was I really feel like I've had a masterclass there in literally in 7 minutes. You pack so much in and a lot of punch to what you're saying. And I don't disagree with a single syllable of anything you said. In fact, on the contrary, I think it's hugely valuable. You may have noticed me leaning in there thinking, I need to remember this too, because it's something you have to constantly remind yourself about. All right. So how can people reach you, Wayne? And also, is there like a valuable free resource they can get from you? And I always say that because I want to encourage people to get a taste, a flavor of what you do by finding some kind of resource that's on your website, and then they can start making a connection with you.
Absolutely. So the simplest place is the website, and that's www.fireyourself.com. And I'm on social at that same handle. So Instagram, Fire Yourself, YouTube, Fire Yourself, all those places. But on the website, if you go to the website and click on business owner, and then we have a free guide there. And what that will do is actually walk you through a series of questions that will help you uncover where you are actually stuck. Again, so many mess up and they keep just piling more on without getting clear about what is actually holding them back. So that assessment's completely free. We'll walk you through exactly how to uncover what is holding you back.
Yeah, brilliant. There's a theme that I often return to, which is you need to understand the problem. You've covered that in several different ways in the little time you've had with us today, and like the time management and checking it, doing a time inventory. Once you understand, then you can think about, well, what strategies do I need to employ to put them right? And that's, I think, where you're going with that. That's brilliant. Yep. Wayne, it's been an absolute pleasure and a delight. Lovely to meet you, and fascinating to hear what you do and what you had to say. A real gem of a podcast today. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robin. I've enjoyed our time.
I've enjoyed it too. And remember, everybody, keep goal busting. Make your future self proud. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.